Why is it that so many of us dream big but can't seem to get off the couch to chase those dreams? Is it laziness, fear, or something else entirely? If you've ever felt like your ambition is being held hostage by your lack of action, then this video is for you. Today we're diving into the truth about why you feel stuck and how to break free without overwhelming yourself. Imagine waking up tomorrow and finally taking control of your future. Sounds impossible, right? Trust me, it's not. Stay tuned because we're about to turn your ambitions into results, one simple step at a time. Ambition and laziness. Two forces that seem like complete opposites, yet they coexist in so many of us. On one hand, you dream of success, big accomplishments, and a life filled with purpose. But on the other hand, getting started feels like climbing a mountain, and the comfort of doing nothing pulls you back every time. Why does this happen? It's because ambition gives you the vision, but laziness stops you from taking the first step. And that's okay. It's a common struggle. What you need to realize is this: laziness doesn't mean you're incapable or unworthy of success. It's just a signal. It's your brain saying, "Hey, I'm overwhelmed. I need a plan." And in this video, we'll help you create that plan. You don't have to fight laziness. You just need to understand it and work around it. Stick with me, because unlocking this secret could change everything. Ambition is your driving force. It's what pushes you to want more out of life. Without ambition, we'd all settle for mediocrity, content with going through the motions. But not you. You want something bigger, something meaningful. That's why ambition is so powerful. It gives you direction and purpose. Think about it. Every great invention, every groundbreaking idea, every inspiring success story started with ambition. It's the spark that gets the engine running. But here's the catch. Ambition alone isn't enough. Without action, ambition is just a dream that never wakes up. The good news? You don't need to tackle it all at once. Even the smallest step forward can turn ambition into momentum. And when momentum builds, progress becomes unstoppable. So, don't let your ambition intimidate you. Let it inspire you to move, even if it's just one tiny step at a time. Laziness, it's such a loaded word, isn't it? We've been told that laziness is a flaw, something to feel guilty about, something that will ruin our chances of success. But let's take a step back and really look at what laziness means. Most of the time, it's not about being unwilling to work or being incapable. It's about being overwhelmed, unmotivated, or even unsure of where to start. You might feel lazy because your goals seem so massive that even thinking about them makes you want to shut down. Or maybe it's because your mind is cluttered and you don't know what to focus on first. But here's the truth. Laziness is not your enemy. It's your body and mind telling you something important. Maybe you're burned out. Maybe you're overcomplicating things. Maybe you need to simplify your approach or find something that excites you. Laziness can be a clue, a chance to step back and reassess what's really holding you back. And once you understand that laziness isn't a failure but a symptom, you can start addressing it in a productive way. The key is to stop labeling yourself as lazy and start asking, what's causing this feeling and how can I work with it? Trust me, when you reframe your mindset, you'll see that laziness isn't a roadblock. It's an opportunity to pivot and move forward. You don't have to do everything all at once. Seriously. So many of us look at our goals like a giant mountain we have to climb in one day, and when it feels too big, we freeze. But here's the secret that successful people know. progress doesn't come from huge leaps. It comes from small, consistent steps. Think about it. If you want to read a 300-page book, you don't read it in one sitting. You read one chapter, one page, or even one paragraph at a time. The same goes for your goals. Instead of trying to transform your life overnight, start with one simple action. Want to get fit? Start with a 5-minute walk. Want to write a book? Jot down a single idea today. Want to save money? Put away $1. These small actions might seem insignificant, but they add up over time. And here's the best part. When you accomplish something small, it gives you a sense of momentum, which makes you want to do more. Small steps also take the pressure off. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment or the perfect plan. You just need to start, even if it's messy. Remember, ambition isn't about doing everything at once. It's about doing something, anything, that moves you closer to your goal. So, don't underestimate the power of small steps. They're the building blocks of big dreams, and they're exactly what will help you overcome laziness and turn your ambitions into reality. Take that first small step today. It's easier than you think. Motivation. It feels great when it's there, right? You watch an inspiring video, read a powerful quote, or wake up feeling like you can conquer the world. But let's be honest. How often does motivation stick around? One bad day, one setback, and suddenly that drive disappears, leaving you right back where you started. This is where most people go wrong. They rely on motivation to push them forward, but the truth is, motivation is unreliable. What you need instead is a system, a routine or structure that keeps you moving forward, even on the days when you don't feel like it. Think of a system as your safety net. It's a set of habits or practices that guide you toward your goals automatically. For example, if your goal is to exercise more, a system could be laying out your workout clothes the night before, or scheduling a fixed time every day for a quick workout. If you want to stay focused, it could mean starting your day with a prioritized to-do list. Systems don't rely on how you feel. They run in the background, making progress almost inevitable. They take the pressure off. You don't have to wake up every morning and decide what to do. The system is already in place, making action easier than procrastination. And over time, these small systems snowball into habits, creating real, lasting change. So stop waiting for motivation to show up. It's not coming. Instead, build systems that work for you, and watch how much easier it becomes to turn your ambition into action. Have you ever looked at your to-do list or your big dreams and felt completely paralyzed? That's overwhelming, and it's one of the biggest culprits behind laziness. When everything feels like too much, your brain's natural response is to shut down. It's not that you don't want to act, it's that you don't know where to start. But here's the truth. Overwhelm is just a perception, and it can be broken. The first step to breaking the cycle of overwhelm is to simplify. Instead of focusing on the entire mountain, look at the next step. What's one thing you can do right now that moves you closer to your goal? Forget the rest. Just focus on that one step. For example, if you're trying to build a business, don't think about creating a full business plan, designing a website, and finding customers all at once. Start with one task, like brainstorming ideas for your first product. Once that's done, move on to the next small step. Another powerful strategy is to set boundaries with your time and energy. Overwhelm often comes from trying to do too much, too fast. Learn to say no to distractions and commitments that don't align with your goals. Focus on the essential and let the rest go. Finally, remind yourself that progress doesn't have to be perfect. Even imperfect action is better than no action at all. The goal isn't to eliminate all obstacles in one day, it's to move forward, one small step at a time. When you break your goals into bite-sized pieces and tackle them one by one, overwhelm loses its grip and laziness fades away. You'll find yourself making progress faster than you ever thought possible. Here's something you might not hear often. Laziness isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it's your body's way of saying, "I need a break." And that's okay. Rest is not the enemy of ambition. It's actually a critical part of success. Think about it. Even the most powerful machines need to be turned off and maintained to perform at their best. So, why would your body and mind be any different? When you push yourself too hard without resting, you risk burning out. And burnout doesn't just make you tired. It kills creativity, motivation, and focus. The truth is, resting and recharging are productive because they prepare you to take action when it matters most. Whether it's getting a good night's sleep, taking regular breaks during the day, or spending time on activities that genuinely make you happy, rest helps you reset and refocus. But there's a difference between intentional rest and mindless procrastination. Intentional rest is planned. It's about recharging your energy so you can come back stronger. On the other hand, procrastination is when you avoid action altogether and call it rest. The key is to rest with purpose and balance it with meaningful work. So, if you're feeling lazy, ask yourself, do I really need to recharge? Or am I just avoiding something? If it's the first, go ahead and rest guilt-free. If it's the second, remind yourself that even 5 minutes of action can get you started. When you respect the balance between rest and action, you'll find that laziness becomes less of a problem and more of a helpful signal. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for: how to stay focused and actually get things done. It all starts with setting clear priorities. If everything feels important, then nothing really is. Choose 1 or 2 main goals to focus on and let the rest take a back seat. This simple shift can instantly reduce mental clutter and help you feel more in control. Another powerful strategy is time blocking. This means dedicating specific blocks of time to work on your goals and treating them like non-negotiable appointments. For example, if you're working on a personal project, set aside an hour every morning or evening where you focus solely on that task. During this time, eliminate distractions. Put your phone on silent, close unnecessary tabs, and create a space where you can concentrate. Speaking of distractions, let's talk about managing them. Social media, endless notifications, and even random thoughts can pull your attention away in seconds. Combat this by using tools like focus apps or timers, such as the Pomodoro technique, where you work for 25 minutes and take a 5-minute break. It's amazing how much you can accomplish when you work in focused bursts. Finally, reward yourself for small wins. Finished a task? Celebrate it. Rewards don't have to be big. Something as simple as taking a break to enjoy your favorite snack or watching a short video can keep you motivated. These little incentives create positive reinforcement and make it easier to keep going. Staying focused doesn't mean being perfect. It means being intentional. You'll have days where you slip up, and that's fine. What matters is coming back to your goals, one step at a time. With these practical tips, you'll find it easier to stay on track and turn your ambitions into real progress. Remember, focus is a skill, and the more you practice, the better you'll get. Ambition and laziness may seem like enemies, but the truth is they can work together to help you achieve your dreams. You've learned that laziness isn't a failure, it's a signal, a clue that something needs to change. You've seen how small steps can create momentum, how systems are more reliable than motivation, and how breaking down overwhelm can make even the biggest goals feel manageable. Most importantly, you've discovered that rest and focus are tools, not roadblocks, on your journey to success. Now it's time to take action. Here's the challenge. Pick one thing, just one, and start today. Maybe it's setting a timer for 5 minutes to work on your goal. Maybe it's writing down a single task. Whatever it is, keep it small, keep it simple, and just start. The key is to move forward, even if the step feels tiny. Remember, the journey to success isn't a sprint. It's a series of small, consistent actions that add up over time. You've got this. Your ambition is your fuel, and now you have the tools to turn it into action. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Start now, start small, and keep building. Because the only difference between those who dream and those who achieve is the willingness to take that first step. So, what are you waiting for? Let's make your ambitions a reality. The time is now.